Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to economics online classes. In the previous class we discussed about market equilibrium in that shift in demand and shift in supply. It is a continuation part of the market equilibrium, that is how the simultaneous equilibrium occurs in the market equilibrium under the perfect competition. So here we are going to discuss about simultaneous shift in both demand and supply. So let us see four possible ways to shift in demand and supply. First one, both demand and supply curves shift rightward. Second one, both demand curve and supply curve shift leftward. Third one, demand curve shifts leftward, supply curve shifts rightward. Like that, fourth possible way is demand curve shift leftward and supply curve shift rightward. These possible ways we can see under the following four ways. First one, both supply curve and demand curves shift rightward. Second possible way is both supply and demand curves shift leftward. Third possible way of simultaneous shift is supply curve shifts leftward but demand curve shifts rightward. Fourth possible way of simultaneous shift of equilibrium under the market equilibrium is supply curve shifts rightward and demand curve shifts leftward. These are the four possible ways. Why these four possible ways are there in the market equilibrium means, in the previous chapter we discussed about the market under the perfect competition. Perfectly competitive market, we studied that when the price increases, demand decreases. So when the price decreases, demand increases. Already we discussed this concept under the law of demand. Other things remaining constant. Other things means price may increase, decrease or remaining unchanged. So suppose whether any changes in the equilibrium leads to change in the supply and change in the demand. So these four possible ways we can see through the following figure. For example, panel A and panel B, two figures are there. Here panel A shows about both supply and demand curve shift rightward and both supply and demand curve shifts leftward. What happens if these conditions occurred? First and second conditions we can take together with the explaining together with the figure A or panel A. So here you can see OX axis represents quantity and OY axis represents price or cost. So whatever we are seeing the straight line, that is price may increase, decrease or remaining unchanged. This is a price line. Horizontal line is price line. DD is a demand curve and SS is a supply curve. In the initial stage, price remains constant, both supply and demand curve shifts rightward, both supply and demand curve shifts leftward. But price remains constant under first condition and second condition. So here price line is P, initial equilibrium occurs at OQ level of output, price is P or P naught you can take, initial quantity is Q naught. So initial equilibrium point is E. Here you can see intersection of D naught and SS naught. Intersection of demand curve and supply curve leads to the equilibrium in the market. So here OQ level of output produced with the help of OP level of price. So due to the changes in the demand, supply also changes. When the demand changes, supply also changes, or when the supply changes, demand also changes. So both supply and demand curve shift rightward. In this case, both supply and demand curve shift rightward. So there is no any changes in the price. Price remains constant or unchanged. So initial equilibrium is E. Here you can see the constant amount of quantity produced and price is P naught, quantity produced is Q naught, demand curve is DD0 and supply curve is SS0. Here supply curve and demand curve DD0 and SS0 intersect at the point E. E is the initial equilibrium. Suppose any deviations in the demand or any deviations in the supply or any deviations in the price that leads to the shift in the supply and demand curve to the rightward in the first two ways or possible conditions. So, see here E is the initial equilibrium. So, due to the price remain unchanged, quantity changes from Q0 to Q1, quantity or output produced increases, quantity increased due to the changes in the quantity, price remaining unchanged, price is same as it is, that is P0, because here we are assuming under the perfect computation price remains unchanged, because quantity changes leads to the shift in the demand and supply curve. For example, if the production goes on increasing, that leads to the increase in the supply of the goods and services. When the supply increases, that leads to the shift in the demand also. Suppose whatever the new goods enter to the market, people rush to buy that. So, supply also increases. So, here change in the quantity in the initial two stages leads to the change in the demand. Thus, in the initial stage E is the equilibrium point. So, suppose change in the quantity produced, initial stage OQ0 is the output produced. So, output level changed from OQ0 to OQ1. So, it leads to shift in the demand curve from left to the right. So, even the supply curve from left to the right, that is both supply and demand curve shift rightward, both supply and demand curve shift leftward. Both the conditions you can see here. So, here first stage is equilibrium price is E. So, intersection of SS0 and DD0. Any deviations in the quantity produced leads to the shift in the demand curve, that is from DD0 to DD1. Demand increased, quantity of production increased, price remains unchanged, price is constant, 50 rupees per product means price is as it is, but demand increases, it is because of increase in the quantity production. Thus, change in the demand leads to the change in the supply. Supply also increases from SS0 to SS1 amount. So, here supply curve, initial equilibrium supply curve is SS0, demand curve is DD0. So, due to the changes in the quantity produced, supply curve shift rightward, supply curve shift rightward, that is SS0 to SS1. Demand curve also shift rightward, that is DD0 to DD1. So, in other ways you can see both supply and demand curve shift leftwards. When there is a changes in the demand and supply, that leads to the leftward means when there is a changes in the quantity produced, suppose the quantity decreases, quantity of production goes on decreasing, output level goes on decreasing, that leads to the vice versa relationship between demand and supply, that is inverse relation. So, here you can see supply, for example, Q1 to Q0, supply of goods is Q1 to Q0, it means quantity decreased. Decrease in the quantity leads to the leftward shift of the demand and supply curve, that is the initial equilibrium is E. Any changes in the quantity produced leads to the move of this initial equilibrium from E to F. Equilibrium move from E to F. Initial equilibrium is point E and changes in the equilibrium leads to the movement of the demand and supply curve together with the moment of equilibrium point. Thus, any changes, quantity reduced, quantity of production reduced, that leads to the decrease in the demand and decrease in the supply, that is demand curve and supply curve both shifts leftward. Increase in the quantity leads to Rightward shift of demand and supply curve. First condition, both supply and demand curve shift rightward. It is due to the increase in the quantity of production. Both supply and demand curve shift leftward. It is due to the decrease in the quantity produced. Quantity production decreases, it is because of any technical progress or it is because of any market situations. Demand reduces. So, that is demand curve shift from F to E, that is DD1 to DD0, leftward shift in the demand curve. So, demand decreases. When the quantity production decreases, demand also decreases. Supply also decreases from SS1 to SS0, but price remains constant, means remaining unchanged. Either price may increase, decrease or remaining unchanged. These two conditions we are seeing in the panel A. Suppose any changes in the price, that leads to the changes in the demand and supply. Supply curve shifts leftward and demand curve shifts rightward. Any deviations in the price, it may increase or decrease, that leads to the changes in the demand and supply. In the fourth and third condition, together you can see through the panel B. Panel B explains about third possible way to equilibrium and simultaneous shift of the demand and supply curve and simultaneous shift of the supply curve rightward and demand curve leftward. So, in the panel B, OX axis represents quantity and OY is price respectively. So, initial equilibrium you can see at point E, initial equilibrium is at point E, price is P naught and quantity produced is Q naught. In the initial stage, at OP level of price, OQ amount of goods produced. So, initial equilibrium is at point E. Equilibrium occurs only when the quantity demand curve intersects quantity supply. QD is equal to QS, that is SS0 is intersecting DD0 curve at point E. It is the initial equilibrium situation at the price level P0 and quantity produced Q0. So, in the initial stage SS0 is a supply curve and DD0 is a demand curve. Any deviations in the price, for example, price may decrease or price may increase P0 to P1. Price may increase from P0 to P1. That leads to shift in the demand and supply curve. So, in the initial stage supply curve shift leftward and demand curve shift rightward. You can see here in the changes in the price leads to the changes in the both demand and supply. So, demand supply curve is SS0 and demand curve is GD0. Here changes in the price means decrease in the price leads to the increase in the demand and decrease in the supply. Increase in the demand, say initial equilibrium is DD0. So, due to the increase in the price leads to the decrease in the demand, that is DD0 to DD1. Supply also increase because quantity produced is as it is. This leads to the excess supply in the market. Demand reduces but excess supply occurs in the market. When the price increases, excess supply occurs in the market because quantity produced is more than the quantity demanded. The supply curve shift left to the right. Supply curve shift left to the right. So, any deviation, supply curve shift rightward and demand curve shift leftward. Thus, initial equilibrium is E. Equilibrium shift from E to F. E to F. Vertically shift in the equilibrium, it shows that changes in the price but quantity produced remain unchanged. So, panel B explains about third and fourth condition to the simultaneous shift in the equilibrium. Supply curve shift leftward and demand curve shift rightward. Supply curve shift leftward and demand curve shift rightward. And supply curve shift rightward in the fourth case and demand curve shift leftward. Here Fourth condition, supply increases, demand decreases. Third condition, supply is curve shift leftward means supply decreases, demand increases. It is because of changes in the price. When the price decreases, demand increases. When the price increases, demand reduces. But equilibrium quantity remains as it is. But equilibrium point shift from E to F vertically. So this is about 4 possible ways. This again we can explain through the table, simultaneous shift table, very important for 6 marks and 4 marks. So simultaneous shift together asked for the 6 marks and 4 marks. Only the diagram and 4 possible ways for the 4 marks, only the table for the 4 marks, together for the 6 marks. Let us see how the impact of simultaneous shift on the equilibrium. Here you can see the table. In this table you can see all the 4 possible ways what we explained here. So first one, shift in demand. Shift in demand leads to the 4 possible ways: leftward shift, rightward shift, leftward shift and rightward shift of the demand curve. So due to the shift in the demand curve leads to the shift in the demand to the leftward, shift in the supply to the leftward, and quantity decreases. When quantity decreases, price may increase or decrease or remain unchanged. Suppose what we explained in the figure, first panel A figure, that is about when the demand curve shift leftward, supply curve shifts leftward, and also quantity is decreases, quantity of production decreases, but price remains constant. It may increase, decrease or remain unchanged. Both 2 conditions you can study it under the panel A figure. So due to the changes in the both supply and demand curve shift rightward, what we studied. Here what we studied, both supply and demand curve shift leftward. So see, due to the changes in the equilibrium E to F, what we discussed in the figure, that is due to the changes in the initial equilibrium to the next E to F, that leads to the shift in the demand to the rightward, supply to the rightward, and quantity produced increases. When the quantity production increases, when there is a demand for the product, price may increase, decrease or remain unchanged. That leads to the increase in the quantity production. Excess supply occurs in the market. It is because of increase in the demand and this increase in the demand for the commodity. So due to the 4th condition and 3rd and 4th condition you can see here. What is the 3rd and 4th condition? That is supply curve shift leftward and demand curve shift rightward, supply curve shift rightward and demand curve shifts leftward. So in the panel B what we studied, that you can see in the 3rd and 4th rows of the table. So 3rd row says that shift in demand to the curve to the leftward, shift the supply curve to the rightward. Supply also increases, demand also increases when the price decreases. Decrease in the price, see the price column, but quantity may increase, decrease or remaining unchanged. When the price decreases, quantity may increase, decrease or remaining unchanged. It is depends on the firm's behavior, but supply increases and demand decreases. Here due to that, supply curve shift to the rightward and demand curve shift to the leftward. This is because of simultaneous shift in the equilibrium. So 4th condition or 4th possible way to the equilibrium, that is when the price increases. When the price increases, quantity may increase, decrease or remain unchanged. Production may increase, decrease or as it is. But supply curve shift to the leftward. So when the price increases, supply decreases. Why? Because supply curve shift leftward means here increase in the price leads to the restriction to enter the new firms to the market. As we studied in the equilibrium perfect competition market, features of perfect competition, that is free entry and exit. So we are assuming that all the firms are producing the homogeneous or identical goods or products. So when increase in the price leads to the decrease in the supply, because new firms are not enter into the industry, so that reduces the firm's output. So supply also reduces. But demand is there, demand curve shift to the rightward. Suppose increase in the price also leads to the quantity production may increase, decrease or remain unchanged. So this table shows about impact of simultaneous shift on equilibrium. So in the next upcoming this session, we are going to study about the market equilibrium under free entry and exit. Hello students, now let us discuss about the implications of free entry and exit under market equilibrium. So as we studied in the previous chapter, recall from previous chapter, that is features of perfectly competitive market. What are the features we studied means? First we studied all the perfectly competitive markets are producing identical products or homogeneous products. Say there is no any changes in the color, shape or size in the product, identical products. Next what we studied the features means price remains constant. All the firms are price takers. Only the industry is price maker. All the firms should follow the price fixed by the industry. Thus price maker is the industry and price follower is the all other remaining firms. So one more important feature what we discussed in the perfectly competitive market is free entry and exit. And also we studied normal profit in the perfectly competitive market. On the basis of these features, we are going to study how the market equilibrium occurs through the price determination with free entry and exit. So when free entry and exit occurs in the firms, there are implications. There are some assumptions, that is through the implications we can study. First one, we are assuming that under the perfectly competitive market, market is equilibrium only when the firms are producing identical product. Means all the firms are identical. First main features are firms are identical firms. We are assuming that all the firms are producing the identical products, all the firms are investing the same amount of capital and all the firms are incurring same amount of loss or profit. It may get profit or incur losses. No firms earn supernormal profit. Second main assumptions of market equilibrium is fixed number of firms are there. They are producing the identical products. They are identical firms. There is no any changes in the price. So no firms earn supernormal profit. Supernormal profit is nothing but above the normal profit, means price is must be greater than the average cost, that is revenue. Revenue must be more than the average cost. So no firms earn supernormal profit. As we studied in the previous chapter, all the firms are going to earn the normal profit. So price must be equal to the minimum average cost is the condition of free entry and exit. So no firms earn supernormal profit under the condition of market equilibrium. There is no loss, no profit, no loss. It means price must be equal to the average cost. 50% of capital they invested means as much as same amount of returns they are going to get. Thus there is no any confusion, there is no any loss and no any profit. Thus price must be equal to minimum average cost. Recall from the previous chapter what we studied, conditions to profit maximization of the firm. That is condition 1, condition 2 we studied under case 1, case 2, like that. So first condition what we studied is price must be greater than or equal to the minimum average cost. Price must be greater than or equal to the minimum average cost. So when this price is equal to minimum average cost means when the firms are going to get the normal profit. When free entry occurs in the market. So all the firms, any firm can enter to the industry and exit from the industry. So when the supernormal profit is there, that attracts the new firms to the industry. If there is any deviations due to the increase in the price, for example, condition 3 we studied under the simultaneous shift in the equilibrium. When simultaneous shift occurs means it is because of free entry and exit of the firms. During the supernormal profit, no firms are ready to go out from the industry or exit from the industry. So, supernormal profit is nothing but above the normal profit, means revenue is greater than the cost. For example, due to this free entry and exit in the initial stage, when the normal profit occurs means, so when price decreases, decrease in the price leads to increase in the demand for the product. During this time, demand curve shift leftward because demand remain unchanged, quantity of production remains unchanged, either decrease, increase or remain unchanged, but supply increases. That leads to the excess supply in the market. So, due to the supernormal profit, firm is earned more than normal profit. It attracts the new firm to the industry. So, industry is attracting new firms through the profit. Those new firms are entering into the industry with the hope of getting the maximum profit in the business. So, due to this supernormal profit, new firms are attracted to the identical firms are attracted to the industry. So, there is a free entry, any firm can enter into the industry. So, free entry leads to the decrease in the price of the commodity. How it occurs? So, due to the supernormal profit, many of the firms or entrepreneurs attracted and they enter into the industry with the hope of getting the maximum profit. But what happens means demand remains unchanged. Thus, demand curve shifts leftward. Demand remains unchanged. Supply increases. Supply curve shift to the rightward. It is because of new firms are entering to the industry. They are investing. They are increasing the production. Quantity of production may increase, or due to their some logics they may increase, or due to this bad luck the profit may decrease or remain unchanged. So, this leads to the decrease in the price of the commodity. Why the price decreasing the price occurs in the firm means, to attract the customers they are going to reduce the existing price level. So, when the price decreases again these customers rush to the market and they increase the demand. That leads to the shift in the demand curve to the rightward. Shift in the demand curve to the rightward is nothing but, students, it is increase in the demand for the commodity. That leads to the less supply. This leads to the excess demand in the market. So, there is no supply but excess demand occurs. Why there is less supply? Less supply, it is because of decrease in the price leads to the less supply of commodity. So, some firms will exit from the industry or go out from the industry. Why they are go out from the industry means, it is because of fear of getting loss in the business. So, only the normal profit they are going to earn. It is unable to continue the business. So, such conditions, shutdown point. Suppose the price is less than minimum AVC, what we studied in the previous chapter. So, when the price is below the minimum AVC, this is a P, this is price line, this curve is average cost curve. Suppose the price is below the average cost, like this we studied, remember, short run marginal cost, short run average cost we studied, E is the equilibrium point. So, here what we discussed, suppose price must be equal to the minimum AVC. Any deviations in the price decreases, P2, P0, price decreases. That leads to attract the new firms into the industry. Those equilibrium points shift from E to F. So, here you can see Due to the changes in the price, many of the firms got from the industry because of fear of loss. So, only the normal profit, here you can see, suppose the price line is tangent to the AC curve, only said to be the normal profit condition. So, any deviation from the normal profit, suppose the price falls below the minimum average cost. Average cost lies below the revenue line or price line, that leads to loss to the industry. During this time, exit occurs. Many of the firm exit from the industry. This point also said to be the shutdown point. Firms either they can go out from the industry or they can shut down their business or go out from the industry, exit situation. So, when the supernormal profit occurs? Supernormal profit occurs only when the price must be less than the AC. So, average cost is more than the price, means firm is going to get the maximum revenue with the less cost, that attract the new firm, supernormal profit, above the normal profit. So, below the normal profit shutdown point, this is the exit of the firms. Here any firm can enter into the industry and go out from the industry. There is no any restriction to movement of free entry and exit. Any firm can enter or any firm can exit from the industry. So, when the free entry and exit occurs in the industry, let us see the figure. Here OX axis represents quantity produced, OY axis represents price or cost or revenue. Here the condition to the free entry and free exit of the firm is, price line is P, it should be equal to minimum average cost. Means whatever the revenue of the firm, it should be equal to the average cost incurred on the particular business. So, firm is going to get the freely enter to the market only when price must be equal to minimum average cost or above the average cost. So, here due to the supernormal profit, many firms are attracted to the industry. Thus, demand remains unchanged, demand curve shift to the leftward. During this time, supply increases, excess supply in the market, that leads to the decrease in the price. When price decreases, that leads to the increase in the demand for the commodity. Thus, fourth possible way of simultaneous shift is rightward shift of the demand curve, means excess demand in the market occurs. So, this supply curve leftward shift means supply decreases, quantity may increase, decrease or remaining unchanged, but price increases. So, when the price increases means during demand increases to control the market because less supply is there. So, again the industry is planned to increase the price for the commodity. During this time, it is unable to compete with the remaining firms. Some of the firms are ready to exit from the industry. Due to the increase in the price leads to the exit from the industry, decrease in the price leads to the enter to the new firms to the industry. Thus, here the figure explains that only the perfectly competitive market is equilibrium only when price is equal to the minimum average cost. Price must be equal to minimum AC. Minimum AC means minimum average cost. Here what we can see means OQ naught level of output is produced, quantity remains unchanged with the OP naught level of price. DD is the demand curve. So, quantity demand is Q naught, it intersects demand curve at point E with the price line, that is P is equal to minimum average cost, minimum AC. Here you can see the free entry and exit of the firms. Under the normal profit, any firm can ready to continue their business or they can go out from the business. That is the decision left on the entrepreneur. They can enter into the industry in this situation or they can exit from the industry because of minimum profit. Minimum profit is nothing but normal profit earned by the firms. So, under the perfectly competition only the normal profit is possible because all firms are identical, same kinds of goods are producing, prices are fixed by the industry, firms are not ready to change any price to increase their profit. So, there is no loss, no profit, just supernormal profit is not possible, only they can get the normal profit. That is price must be equal to the average cost. 50% of capital they invested means only that much of 50% they can get the even profit, or it may incur losses. It is because of exit from the industry. So, free entry and exit is one of the distinguished feature of the perfectly competitive market. Thank you.